Hi, everybody. Good morning to you. Good evening. And it's different time zones, right? So here we are once again with the collective Taurus for this reading here around this portion in time, since we are leaving the month of February and going into the month of March. Let's see what's happening with the collective Taurus around this portion in time. Now, this time around, I will be using two decks and bringing out a few more cards for you, okay? Just to get a clear message, I've already pre-shuffled my deck, and therefore we'll go from there to see what's the message for the collective Taurus. So let's pray. Welcome our spirit world into this reading, our guide angels, everybody who is present around us for the collective Taurus around this portion in time and going a little bit forward. The guidance you have for Taurus, the messages you want them to know, to understand, to adhere, and also to take proper precautions or cautions that might be something they will need help from you around this portion in time. Universe, source, and my spirit world, please use me as a clear vessel for this reading for the collective Taurus who are present here to understand and to know what you have to let them know. So let's get into the reading, guys, and let's see what the collective Taurus energy is here around this portion in time for you. I will also be clarifying the base cards for you, of course, and we'll go from there, okay? So bear with me till I get my cards out and see what Spirit has in store for us in here around this portion in time, okay? Certain cards are jumping out, but I want the clear message, so I'm going to keep shuffling. Here it is, okay. I'm not going to channel until two cards, guys, hold on. Until I get all the cards in order. You can fast forward this portion of the reading if you want to, because that's how I normally do, okay. Okay, so we got some of the base cards out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 cards for you guys. Okay, so let's see what it is that Spirit is wanting to communicate with you, to let you know, and then we'll move from there. I will start to channel once the cards are all, but if I need more clarifiers, even after they are out, we'll do it. Please talk to me about this card in here. Please talk to me about this card here. Excuse me, guys. I've not used this deck for a long time, so I've decided to use this deck. I love this deck because it's kind of nice, and it's quality, the paper quality is very good too. It's been a very old deck of mine for a very long time, and I love it actually. But sometimes you kind of tend to forget the old deck, so I just got it out today, and I'm like, okay, let's use this for this reading. And we'll go from there, guys. Okay, so I'll probably have to do more clarifications as we get into the channeling of the energies to understand what it is that we need to understand from this reading here for you. The collective Taurus, please welcome into this reading, guys. Take the guidance, understand this is a divinity tool, one-to-one, of course, but it's for you. So take it in the way it resonates with your understanding more so. Okay, right there. Let's go. So the first card out, guys, is the Devil in the reverse. Now, it's clearly something that you have been attached with in your lifetime. Okay, it could be a karmic relationship, it could be a karma, it could be something bad, it could be anything, some kind of attachment which was not right for you, right? So Spirit is saying you need to let that go because it is something that's not for you, yet you have attached yourself to that situation, to those circumstances, or to that life path, right? And that could have happened for you in whatever period in time. For some, it could have happened recently where you got attached with wrong situations. For some, it could have happened sometime back. It could be a lifetime for some as well, where you have been sitting with wrong attachment, wrong feelings, wrong people. Where the Four of Pentacles in the reverse says that you knew about it. You know about it. It's not that you're not aware of it, that you have been attaching yourself with wrong people, wrong situations, wrong actions, toxicity, narcissism, anything, which is wrong, right? And you knew that you have kept yourself in that situation, and it's time for you to let it go, because if you do not let it go, the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse says you're not going to get any result. There is not going to be anything new in your life. You will not be able to move forward if you do not let that sufficiently bad attachment with whatever you have been holding, maybe with love, in a relationship, in a family situation, in a job, in a career, in a business situation, anything that you have been attached to wrongfully, right? And you know about it, but you have been holding that situation in yourself for a very long time. You have been kind of fearful about letting that situation go because it's something that you probably have been attached to it, not realizing that you're getting attached to with something wrong. Now, after you have got attached to that situation and you realized you have done something very wrong, very foolish, then you were scared to let it go. You were scared to bring it out, tell people. So you have been holding that situation in yourself for a long time. You have been afraid to tell people that I don't need it. I want to let it go. You have been insecure about that situation. So it's all very pent up in you, right? But if you do that, if you constantly keep doing that, guys, you will not get any result because you will not be able to move forward. It will be all there, but you are not going to get any result. There will be no new movement forward. There will be no turning point. There will be nothing. Because you will keep repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again without any new situation in your life. It's like a vicious cycle that will keep on going for you, right? The fourth episode in the reverse says, and you know it's a failure. You know you have failed to get out of that vicious cycle in your life. You realize that. It's not that you are not aware of it, but you're also very restless about that situation because you're not understanding what you should do now, right? You're not getting that motivation more so. You're restless. You want to do something about it because you know that you have been a failure or you have failed in that particular situation. With the eighth episode in the reverse says, it's time to let it go. It's time to clear yourself. Get out of that toxic sensation, the toxic feeling that you're restless, yet you don't know what to do. You want to go, you want to do something, but you don't know. Because you want to correct the failure for some. You want to really correct it, but you don't know how to correct it. So that's creating that bad sensation in you. So Spirit is saying it's time to let that bad sensation go because justice in the reverse says that, you're not doing yourself any favor here. You're not really doing yourself any favor. You are creating a lot more injustice in your life because of this situation, because you are restless, you are tired, yet you're not being able to do anything. So it's time to let it go. It's time to release that toxicity and take responsibility for your own actions in life. Right? Or else justice will be in the reverse. Please talk to me about justice in the reverse. You will not be able to get justice. You will not be able to do anything right. Because if you are not ready to let things go, then you will not be able to do something that is important for you. Right? So therefore, you will have to let it go. You need to get out of that situation, or else it will be very, very difficult, excuse me, for you, per se, Taurus, to do anything right, right? So therefore, let's go back here. So you are definitely restless. You probably want to say a lot. You want to clear the past for some, right? You want to tell the truth now. You're restless to let it all out. To let it all out. And Spirit says, yes, it's time to let it all out, because justice in the reverse says, or else you will not be able to do the right thing. your karma will be suffering. You will be suffering because it's a bad karma. If you're not going to clear yourself, it will only bring bad things in your life. So you have to clear your past. You have to let the old things leave you, right? And the only thing you can do is to clear, because otherwise the Queen of Wands in the reverse says it's not meeting somebody's need, or it's not meeting your need. So somebody will not be interested in pursuing you, or you will lose interest too, because this thing will never be cleared up. You see? And it could be very well be somebody in your life who will be like, oh, I'm not interested because I'm not getting to see any result in here. Seven of Cups in the reverse says that it's all because you, Taurus, you need to tell yourself that you don't want to stay in that situation. You want to clear, or else you're not going to be meeting your need or even the need of somebody in your life who is probably expecting a lot from you, or has been expecting a lot from you, but they have stopped participating in your life. Or you will stop participating because you know that if you're not going to do the right thing, you will not be able to bring the right karma back in your life. So it's very important for you to let go of the restlessness, clear the past, do the right thing to meet your need, or to meet the need of somebody in your life with whom you have some kind of a connection, right? And this is all because you, Taurus, you have been over delusional about situations in your life, right? And you have not done the right thing with the Seven of Swords in the reverse, which says it's time to clear that delusion. You might have created a lot of confusion for yourself or for somebody in your life. It can go either way, right? Because where you have been holding on to a lot of things, and yet you have not released it because you do not know what to say, how to say it, right? And you have been holding everything in yourself. You have been very insecure about your own situation. You do not know what to say, how to say it. And this is again the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse talks about no action, no result for you, right? So there is a necessity for you, Taurus, now to take action over this situation, and you know that very well. You know that very well. And this is probably, I'm going back here, this is probably why you're feeling so stifled and restless about the situation. You want to say it all, you want to clear it all. You want to let go of that toxic feeling. Either it's in you or you know it's in somebody that you are connected with, who is holding a lot of wrong feelings about the situation, where you know that there has been a lot of bad karma or karmic connection that has got involved in your life with somebody, which is where someone or you may have stopped participating to bring back the right quality of life in both your lives or in your life. It can go either way, right? So somebody or you have not worked for it. You have stopped because you just could not do anything, because you knew that it's not meeting your need. You're aware of that, Taurus, but yet you could not sufficiently take action over the situation. Why? Because you have been overly delusional about certain things in your life that you have been scared of or confused of, right? Overly. You have been like thinking God knows what. Oh, if I do this, this will happen, and from there, that will happen, and from there, that will happen. It's like a string of delusions, right? It's time to realign yourself. It's time to refocus and realign yourself and clear your thoughts about this situation in your life, Taurus, or else you're not going to get any result from whatever that you're trying to do in your life at this point in time. Okay. Empress in the reverse says that you are still emotionally attached with somebody in the wrong way. Like there is some kind of codependency on a situation, but you know there is no result, there is no creative action, there is no abundance, yet you are emotionally codependent, or somebody is emotionally codependent on you, which is where the Four of Cups in the reverse is saying that you are trying to move away from this situation. You are withdrawn, you are lonely, right? You are withdrawn, you're lonely. You know you have lost chances in your life. You know you have gone through a lot of boredom in your life because of this reason. And you're trying to move away from that situation. You're trying to withdraw yourself from that emotional codependency, right? With the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse says, but you're not being able to go far at this point in time. There is no turning point in your life, and the turning point will not come into your life, Taurus, until you can clear your own thoughts about situations in life. Just withdrawing from situation is not going to give you any result, you see, because that means you're not taking any action. You've stopped communicating, you're not doing anything. That's not going to work for you. That's not going to work for you. If you need to bring a turning point in your life, it will be only when you can take sufficient action over a situation, clear your thoughts, and free yourself, right? If that doesn't happen, then of course you will not be able to go. Just withdrawing yourself and not doing anything much over that situation, where you know there is no fertility, there is no growth, there is no abundance, there is nothing new, yet you are codependent, or somebody is codependent, and you are trying to move away from that silently. But that's not how things work, guys. That's not how things work. Oh, I'm not going to be there, I'm not going to talk about it, I'm not going to be a part of that. No, that's not. Sufficient action will be a different action, because then you are not going to get anything new if you keep doing this, right? If you're withdrawing and withdrawing and withdrawing and withdrawing from different situations in life, you're not going to be able to move forward. Then you're getting sucked in and pulled into a vacuum where you will be all alone in your life. Why? Why? Because Eight of Cups in the reverse says you have been very resistant to changes in your life. This also could be a part of your King of Cups energy, where you are not opening your heart to bringing about emotional changes in yourself. You are still withdrawn because you are still in that energy where you are resisting anything, any new emotional changes in your life, right? You're not moving. You're still, that's why you're not being able to move forward, and you're withdrawn, you're lonely, but you're still continuing in that phase of your life. Page of Wands in the reverse says it's because of your limited ideas, belief that you hold in yourself, right? That you believe that, oh, this is how things should work, or this is how things should happen in life, or this is how a marriage should go on, or this is how a marriage has to be, where, there is emotional codependency on somebody who is not able to fend for themselves. And this is what your limited ideas and belief has been. And this is where you, Taurus, have been resisting any kind of new emotional change, with the Eight of Wands in the reverse says, and this is where a lot of frustration is there within you now, or will happen, because everything is kind of slowing down in your life. You're not being able to get out of that situation, whatever it is that you're trying to acquire or achieve in your life. It's not happening now. And it's only because you are going around in a vicious cycle of your life. So if you do not break from that cycle, if you do not allow yourself to get away from that cycle of your life that you are aware is vicious, and clear your thought and clear your overly delusional situation in your mind, and realign and refocus yourself on the right path, you will not be able to. This is very important for you, Taurus. You have to refocus and realign your thoughts again. You have to clear yourself because you have collected a lot of garbage in your mind, right? And this is where the garbage is talking about. This is where somebody is withdrawing or has withdrawn from that situation, but they are not being able to still free themselves. They are not being able to move because they probably don't have sufficient money, or they are probably not in all the good health, or somebody is not in good health, and you're not being able to leave that situation to move forward. It can be anything for anybody, right? And this is again, you're resistant to changes. And this is where you're resistant to changes, of doing anything new, of taking a new emotional fulfillment in your life is not working for you. Because why? Because again, you're caught in your very limited ideas and self belief about situations, which is where a lot of frustration is happening or will happen. A lot of things are going to slow down. A lot of plans will slow down. You will not be able to move as quickly as you want things to move until you, like I told you, and I'm repeating, until you take responsibility for your own karma, right? Let's go. Eight of Pentacles, you are kind of trying to focus on something new in your life now, right? Because you know things have slowed down probably. You're not going anywhere. You're not getting anywhere with this story. So you're trying to bring something new into your life now, in your pentacle world, in your actual 3D world. That could be doing anything that you like to do, pursuing a hobby, working for a new company, learning some new trade, looking into some new skills in your life, something that keeps you engaged, keeps you focused in your mind, with your hands, something very new, right? With the Nine of Wands, where you are, it's that energy where you are not going to give up what you have started to do now, or you are starting to do, or some of you will start to do. You're being very stubborn about that situation in your life, because lovers, you are looking at a situation. You are working, okay, let me put it that way. You are doing a lot of things in your actual world, which is again needs a lot of dedication, focus, anything that you are working with. But your passion, with the Nine of Wands is talking about also being stubborn about a situation in your life that concerns a significant relationship or choice or decision that you have to make in your life. Give me a second, guys. Please talk to me about the Lovers. Why is the Lovers here? Okay. So what is happening, not I think, but this is what the story is. Since you know that everything has slowed down, or everything will slow down, or you can understand, you're trying to clear your thoughts about the situation as well, okay? Because you know that you will not be able to move forward until you can break out of that karmic or the vicious cycle of your karma in your life, okay, which is clearly the story on the top in here. So this is probably where you're trying to understand and do something in the physical world that will keep you engaged and busy, right? But the passion that you're holding is a different passion. It's a passion, right? It's a passion. The Nine of Wands. You want to complete something that you have started to learn or do, right? But at the same time, you're being very stubborn about some decision choices and options about a significant relationship in your life that you have with the lovers, where judgment in the reverse is saying that you could be your own critic at this point, where probably earlier you have ignored some call as well and taken the wrong decision. So, this is where maybe internally you are your own critic. Should I do this? How do I do this? What do I do? You're constantly being your own critic, and it's very internal, right? Because star in the reverse says this is draining your energy. This is not something that's going to help you. If you're constantly criticizing your own effort, your own action, if you're being too critical of your own development, of your own self development, right? Of learning something new. Maybe you're not getting things right and you're doing it again and you're doing it again, but you're still not satisfied, right? And you're still holding on. You're still being very stubborn about that situation that you want to get it perfect. It also could be that, right? You want to get it completely perfect. You're a perfectionist. So you are, working. You have, it's your reserve strength that you're using. You're tired, but you're still pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing until you get the thing perfect. Because there could be some options, choices, and decisions in your life concerning some kind of a significant relationship that maybe that you had been a critic of. Maybe you have taken a wrong call on that decision before, right? You have taken a wrong choice before. You have gone on a wrong direction before. So this is probably where you're trying to correct yourself over and over, and you're not still getting it. So you're pushing and pushing and pushing. But Star says that if you continuously be your own critic so hard, you're being very hard on yourself, Taurus, then it's only going to drain your energy. It's not going to give you any result, right? Just because you have done something wrong before, you're trying to correct that situation by being very hard on yourself now, right? Will again be a mistake in your life, Taurus. So you have to go slow. You have to go easy on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself, because it's only going to drain your energy. It's only going to make you very, very deep. It's going to deplete your energy if you continuously keep on and on trying to be a perfectionist in some place in your life, and yet you're not getting, and yet you're pushing and you're pushing, you're not giving up, you're being very stubborn until you think you got it all right? And this is very internal, because you are your own critic about the choices and decisions, because you think that you have made a mistake before. So this time around, you don't want to do any mistake. You want to be a Mr. or Mrs. or Miss Perfectionist. So you are being very hard on yourself. But this is only going to deplete your energy, guys. So you have to watch for that. It's not going to help you. Okay? So take it slow, take it easy, calm yourself down, right? Be in the positive mind frame. Don't keep on criticizing your own effort, because the more you criticize your own effort, the more depletion will happen and you won't get it right, but yet you will continuously go on and on and on that. Okay? And this is like I told you, because internally you're telling yourself that, oh, I have done things wrong. This time I don't want to do things wrong. I want to be Mr. Perfectionist in anything that I do in my life. I want to get it all right so that people cannot say anything wrong about me, right? That is what the depletion will start to happen. And then you will be completely devoid of any good energy in yourself to do anything more in your life. The middle of the reading talks about the 5 of Swords. So this is a mindset that you're going to win things at all cost. It's a mindset, right? It's kind of a very difficult mindset that you're dealing with right in the middle of your in this reading, right? It's like you're not paying attention to anything and anybody. Whoever is doing whatever they're doing, somebody could be in pain, could be in sorrow, could be in anything, but your mindset is, you have a particular project in mind that you want to achieve. So your mindset is, come hell, come high, I'm going to get that done. I'm going to win it at all costs. It also, right in the middle of the reading, it also could talk about you being a lot more egotistical in your life than necessary at this point, which is the 6 of Swords in the reverse says, if you keep doing this, guys, you will not be able to do anything. You will not be able to move. You will feel drained. You will feel suffocated. You will be completely depleted of your own mental strength as well. You will not be able to offload anything. You will only collect things more and more if you continuously have that mindset in your life that you're going to being very competitive, egotistical, that you're going to win things at all costs, no matter what happens. If that is the kind of feeling or the mental situation that you keep holding, Taurus, you are done. You will not be able to move. You need to break away. Hierophant in the reverse. You need to break away from that mindset. You need to free yourself from that mindset. It's a very difficult mindset that you have at this point in time, Taurus. And if you keep doing that, you won't get any result. You will only keep feeling very depleted. You will feel sick. You will feel tired. You will feel unwell, right? You will feel unwell. Please talk to me about the Hierophant in the reverse. This is your belief system that you need to break away from. Your belief system will otherwise be very difficult for you because you have limited ideas and belief in your life that I told you right in the beginning. And if you keep working on that belief system continuously, you won't get too far, guys. You have to break away from that, whatever your tradition, destiny, your trials, your tribulations, your life, your family, your situation has taught you throughout the years that you have been on this planet, right? So you need to watch for this mindset. This is a very difficult mindset to get rid of, but if you can do it, you will be the winner. That's what Spirit is saying. You need to break away from your belief system, your understanding of a commitment, your feelings of whatever your culture has taught you, whatever your spiritual scriptures have dictated to you. It's time to release yourself. Again, 5 of Swords. It's very difficult for you guys because that belief system to get rid of means it's a milestone for you. You're still holding on, you're not letting it go. And you're fighting it. But now you have to fight to get out of that belief system. You see? You have to fight now to get that egotistical belief system that you had been holding for a wrong reason, where you have not been able to move. Now you have to apply, if you have that in your mind, you apply towards breaking free from that belief system in your life. Right? The King of Swords. Yes. And think analytically. Think logically. Work with a plan in mind. Work with a long-term vision in mind. Strategize on a long-term plan. Think about what's going to happen to you in the next 4 years, 5 years, 2 years, 10 years, whatever the time is. Think long term in your mind, because once you can break away from your understanding of your own scriptures, of your own belief system, your mind will become free. If you can fight for that in your mind, instead of fighting for the wrong system or the wrong belief system, then you will get a result. Then you will come back to you in this world as the king of Sod, which is long-term thinking, long-term planning, long-term understanding, analogy, strategy, being able to communicate efficiently, talk to people confidently. Six of Cups in the reverse says that you have been very unhappy. Your mind knows that you have been very unhappy, right? You have not got the desired result from some kind of an emotional fulfillment in your life. So you have to do something long term now. You're aware of this situation, that you're stuck, you have a block, you are not being happy, you're not being able to free yourself from a situation that is not giving you happiness. So you have to work logically now. You have to plan logically. The King of Cups shows up and says, you desire a change. You have to desire a change. Your heart desires a change from that situation now. You don't want to be there, you see, because your mind knows that what you're going through. Your mind is aware that you're not happy, but your heart says, I want to be happy. Your heart wants that fulfillment back, right? With the Five of Cups in the reverse says, if you want to listen to your heart, then other than your mind, because your mind is not happy. But analogically, you have to think. Logically, you have to plan, strategize how to get out of that situation, because your heart will help you in that situation, right? Where you could have been very, very different before, but now your heart says, forgive, forget, move on. Forgive, forget, move on. If you can apply that, you are the winner, Taurus. You will be the winner, because this is right in front of you. Your guidance is right in front of you, right? So this is where you have to get out of your understanding of your own dictionary that you have kept in yourself. It's your dictionary. It's not my dictionary. It's not other people's dictionary. It's your dictionary of your own belief system. So heart says, listen to your heart now. That's the clue here. Your mind is unhappy. Yes, you have to plan, strategize, but again, you're getting caught in that unhappiness. I understand. But heart is not getting caught. Heart is saying, forgive, forget, move on. Leave it. Death in the reverse, right? Why this mindset? Why this mindset that I spoke about, the Five of Swords, where you have not been able to offload anything and you have got caught, you have not been able to move, you're feeling unwell. All those things are happening where Spirit is saying, time to break free from that, fight for that. Use your that mindset, that same mindset that you have to free, right? And I explained what is happening in here. And this is again because death in the reverse says that you have been blocking or resisting changes in your life. It's time to internally purge that out. Time to internally purge, forgive, forget, move on. Whatever happened, happened. I'm not going back to that old history. Right? If you can internally purge, transform yourself internally, your thinking, your heart more so, will change your mind as well. Because that's where there could have been a lot of resistance before, that you have not been able to accept a new transition or transformation in your life. The Tower in the reverse says this is exactly why you got stuck, because you have averted disasters in your life, Taurus. You have not changed. You have not allowed the change to happen. You've been holding back from any kind of new change. Why? Because you knew that if you made a transition or if you made a change, then you will have to do a lot. And that's what scared you. That's what probably scared you, that you could not liberate yourself and allow the change to happen. This Nine of Swords in the reverse says it's a learning lesson that you have learned. It's been your failure of your own understanding and mental ability in your life. You see? That you haven't allowed things to move on. You haven't allowed things to change. You haven't allowed things to be transformative. This is your learning. This is your failure. This is your understanding of your mindset that is giving you a lot of trouble today. Again, the Hierophant in the reverse. Get out. Break free from your belief system, Taurus. It's time to break free, guys. This is the message being repeated, you see? It's a message being repeated from here, right here, I showed you. Break free from that belief system, because you know what you have done. This is also a part of your knowing, your understanding, your learning of your own failures. There is nothing to be ashamed or scared about the situation. It's your internal situation that you haven't allowed changes in your life to happen. Right? So break free from that system. The Knight of Swords in the reverse says, or there will be still a lot of frustration, or some people could be very frustrated about you breaking free from that system. But if you do not break free from that particular part of the story that I spoke about, your own understanding of your own scriptures, your own doctrines in life, you will continue to be very frustrated, and you will continue to take wrong actions that will not be logical. Which is clearly the Three of Wands in the reverse says, this is where you had a lack of foresight. Because you could not break free, and you wanted to, so you were angry. You wanted to. You were angry that I want to get out. But yet, you continued to take wrong actions that today you know was illogical. And it happened because you were very angry within yourself. You were frustrated within yourself. That resulted in a lack of foresight in your life. You see how things are connected here? The Moon. So this is because, this is again because the Moon comes in, guys, is only when it is a war in your subconscious state, right? It's a war in your subconscious mind. You know there are certain things you're aware which is true, but to accept that reality is very hard. So this is where you're scared about accepting that reality, about freeing yourself, about getting out of a tough situation that you have been used to as a part of your learning, your understanding for a long time. So that's where the Moon says, you're scared. It's a war in your subconscious that is happening or will happen. Because you realize where you have gone wrong and where that clear lack of foresight has happened, where you have taken wrong actions, wrong mental actions in your life. That was totally illogical. Now that you realize it. So that war is continuing. So it's time to dig into your subconscious and find the truth for yourself, guys. That's the best way I can put it, right? Page of Pentacle in the reverse, or else, because see, this will help you. This will help you to understand things better. When you delve into the subconscious, you will slowly come out of that fear. You will slowly come out of that failure. It will take you a minute. It's not going to happen overnight, right? Because you probably have taken a lot of illogical actions, impractical decisions that today you're scared of. You know the reality, yet you're scared to admit the truth. You know what I mean? So it's going to take you a minute to come out of that failure. But if you delve into the subconscious of your own mind, you will get to hear the truth. The Nine of Cups in the reverse, which is where you will know why you are so unhappy with everything in your life, why your wishes have not come true. What is that? Where is that you have gone wrong in your life? Why do you feel so discontented and smug about any kind of emotions that do not bring you any happiness? You kind of do not, you have to delve into yourself, guys, to understand your emotional situation here. Please talk to me about the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Because see, again, like I told you, you are scared to delve into it because you know the truth. But the moment you delve into it and you hear the truth, it'll be scary for you. It will be, because then that means what? That means you have to accept the truth. And accepting the truth of what you know, and yet you do not want to accept it, is the hard part of the story. You see what I'm trying to tell you? That's a hard part of the story. So therefore, you have to figure things out for yourself. This is how Spirit is saying, help yourself. Help yourself now. It's time to help yourself, guys. It's time to take time. It will be scary for you because you will know the truth. Like I told you, you will come face to face with something in your life that you don't want to come face to face with, But this will be clear. This will work for you because you will come to understand what it is that you now have to do as well. Because why you're feeling so discontented with everything in your life. So dig into yourself. Understand yourself better. The Four of Wands in the reverse says there is a lot of domestic issues in your life that you're not happy about. A lot of things in your own heart you're not happy about. You're very uncomfortable in a place that you felt is your comfort zone. But you're not comfortable there. Why? Because there is a lot of domestic issues in your life that you are not happy with. You're not feeling satisfied with. The Five of Pentacles in the reverse says it's time to get out of that mind frame, where things are not meeting with your expectations, where you're feeling poor, you're feeling left out, you're not feeling happy, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically even. Right? You're not feeling happy. It's also a victim mentality that you need to get out of, because this victim mentality is something that is sitting in your subconscious self. That's where you need to dig for more information. And as you dig for more information, as you understand yourself better, you will be able to free yourself from that situation. But you need to delve in that. It's scary, guys. It's not going to be easy, right? Why? Because the Empress and the Reserve says that somebody is on your back. Somebody who is not fertile, who is not being able to do something, is dependent on you, right? Is asking for money from you, is taking, like an energy vampire, is sucking the energy, the lifeblood out of your life, out of your system, right? The sun in the reverse says this is where you're feeling totally drained, or you will be feeling as you continuously allow that vampire or that vampire energy to suck the lifeblood out of you. You will be totally drained and feeling unwell all the time. So it is important, guys, that you acknowledge the reality of your life now. And accept the fact that you do not want to be held in that state of being a victim in a situation where you are not in tune with your happiness. Why? Because there is no growth, no spiritual growth, no fertility, emotional codependency, no abundance that will make you extremely tired, sick, unwell. No radiance, no joy, no happiness. So watch out for this, guys. Watch out for this. Huh. The Ace of Wands in the reverse, right? You're lacking some kind of guidance at this point for some. Nobody is giving you any guidance. You're not getting to know how to do things. You're lacking some kind of guidance. This is probably where you are scared about too, because you don't have guidance at this point of how to do things, what to do. And yet you're trying to delve into the subconscious, which is important because your own guidance is within yourself. You don't need guidance from other people. It's there within you. You have to accept the guidance, right? Others are not going to give you any guidance now. Don't expect people to come rushing towards you and say, hey, do this. Oh my God, do that. No, it's not going to happen. Two of Wands in the reverse, not going to happen. No guidance is going to come towards you now. Nobody is going to come with a new creative venture towards you. Everything is at a standstill. So you have to find your own way out. Four of Swords. You have to understand your own situation here. You have to work on your own guidance. That's what Spirit is saying. Nothing is going to come to you from other sources, other people over here. So you have to contemplate, you have to meditate on your own guidance. You have to understand what is right for you, what is wrong for you, what are the things you need to do, what are the things you don't need to do, where is that point you're getting stuck in. It's all within you, Taurus. You need to find the truth for yourself. That's what Spirit is saying. Okay, that you are the person who knows everything, yet you're not accepting something, you're not wanting to tap into your intuition, but it's time for you to tap into your intuition so that you will find the right call in here, right? Let me go back to the last part in here, guys. So no new guidance is going to happen. Like I told you, the doors are all closed. And even if you try to get some kind of a guidance, you will get the wrong feedback. Somebody will push you towards some bad planning. Or, you go there, knock on the door. Hey, you know what? Help me to understand this. Oh, you do this. And you go towards that. It will be, again, a big mistake in your life, Taurus. Watch for that. So be calm. Be calm. Work with your mind. Understand yourself. Know where you are going wrong. Pray, meditate, and think. Pray, meditate, and think. The wheel in the reverse of your past karma. Where the wheel has not turned, what destiny has done to you, how you can rectify situations now. Because something clearly is not moving at this point. So you have to think about that situation. You have to really, really be calm. You can't be angry. You can't be uncomposed. You cannot be out of your own um, temperament. So you have to reserve your temperament. Keep your temperament in check. Think about it. There is a lot of things that you still haven't completed in your last karma. The wheel in the reverse, the world in the reverse. There is a lot of things from the past that you still need to complete. The job is not over. That's why the wheel is not letting you go forward at this time, because you have to clear up your past karma. You see? There is a lot pending for you from the past in here. But if you do not take time to compose yourself, to calm yourself, the knight of wand in the reverse says you again will end up taking a wrong decision or a wrong action. You can become very, very frustrated at this point because nothing is moving. You have a lot from your past that you're carrying, a lot of work from the past karma that you have, you have to clear yourself. But if you take, there is a chance, guys, that you will end up doing a wrong thing again. And why will you do the wrong thing? Because of a guidance. You're seeking some kind of a guidance. So you will again end up doing or getting a wrong guidance from somebody, because you can be frustrated, you can be in and out of this energy where somebody is trying to, again give you an idea about what to do, but you're not paying attention here. You're in and out, you're listening, but you're moving, you're listening, you're moving. That can be a very, very wrong call on your life again. You see? So this is where you have to watch for this. There could be a new guidance, but how you take it, in which direction you're allowing your own temperament to take that, depends on that. The result will depend on that. But if you are in and out of that situation where sometimes you feel, oh, I should do this, and you become very creative, and then you lose interest, it's not going to help you. Or there is somebody telling you something, you like the idea, you're moving forward towards it, and then suddenly, poof, you lose interest. It's not going to help you. So there could be something new coming into your life again, but you have to keep your temperament, your actions, your passions in the right direction. But if you're in and out of that energy, you won't get any result again. Right? So watch for this, guys. Watch for this. It's a very, very important part of the story at this point in time for you to understand and work towards it. Because like I told you, it takes a minute for things to go wrong, but it takes a lifetime to get things in the right direction. Okay. I'm just throwing out some additional information from this deck in here, just out of curiosity to see what is it. No particular questions asked, guys, just to understand your own situation in here. Okay, like I explained to you. So be very careful. If somebody is coming with some idea, listen to it carefully, understand it, meditate on it, contemplate on it, think about it clearly. Don't be in and out. Oh yeah, I want to do it, and the next day you are like, I don't want to. That will not help you. You see? Emperor in the reverse, being a total ass in here. That's the word. Sorry, guys. Right? Somebody who is immature, totally screwed up in the head, in the mind, in every direction of their life, takes wrong decisions, wrong actions, wrong calls, not flexible, very cold towards situations, emotionally cold towards situations, is ending. That situation is coming to an end. You won't repeat that situation here. That is a situation where the King of Wands was in the reverse again. an ass, a dickhead. Where you know that you have done a lot of things wrong because of your ego. Taurus, your ego, your mindset. See, that's situation. Why? Because you are learning lessons from your own mistakes. Three of Swords. Your own mistake is teaching you your learning lesson. So you have to be very careful about the situation. Spirit is saying the situation where you have been a total ass. I'm sorry to use the word, but that is the best vocabulary I can use right now for you, Taurus. I love you guys, but again, what is the truth is the truth. Emperor in the reverse, King of Wand in the reverse is nothing but an ass, a dickhead. That situation, Spirit is saying, has ended. You cannot repeat it. And the repetition will not happen. It's because you are learning your own lessons in life, Taurus. The Three of Swords. How much you have damaged your own self-esteem. How much you have damaged your own life. Because of your own attitude, of your own understanding, of your own egotistical behavior, a pattern that you had been holding in yourself. Enjoy this reading, guys, until I see you once again. Till then, goodbye, God bless, stay safe, and see you soon.